Hey everyone and welcome. I am so glad you're here with me today. Let's have a little chat, just us. Have you ever had one of those moments where your own body surprises you? And not in a good way. I'm talking about those little things. Remember when summer vacations meant long road trips and you could lift that heavy suitcase into the trunk without a second thought? Or when a long day working in the garden was pure joy, not a calculation of how sore you were going to be the next day? Maybe it's that stubborn jar of pasta sauce that just won't budge, no matter how hard you try. Or maybe it's that feeling of your heart sinking just a little when your grandkids ask you to get on the floor and play because you're worried about the getting back up part. That slow, sneaky fading of strength, that feeling of becoming just a bit more fragile, has a fancy medical name: sarcopenia. It's a mouthful, isn't it? But all it really means is the muscle loss that naturally happens as we get older. And for decades, the standard advice has been to just accept it. We've been told it's a one-way street, an unavoidable part of the aging process. Well, what if I told you that advice is outdated? What if you could not only stop that process, but actually reverse it? And what if the secret wasn't some miserable, restrictive diet or a punishing workout, but something genuinely delicious? You read the title, so you know where I'm going with this. Today, we are going to talk about cheese. I know I can almost hear what you're thinking. Cheese, for my health, what's the catch? In a world that's constantly telling us to fear fat and watch every calorie, talking about cheese as a health food feels like we're breaking a major rule. But I'm here to tell you that the latest science is clear, exciting, and empowering. For people over 60, certain cheeses are a powerhouse for rebuilding muscle. They are jam-packed with the exact high-quality protein and special nutrients our muscles are crying out for. So, in this video, I'm going to give you the inside scoop on 3 incredible cheeses that can help you fight back, feel stronger, and reclaim your confidence. We'll cover exactly which ones to buy, how to eat them, how much to eat, and all the little tips and tricks to get every last bit of benefit. Welcome to Elderly Health. Our entire mission is to cut through the confusion and give you simple, practical, and effective strategies to feel absolutely fantastic in these best years of your life. Feeling weak is not your destiny. Let's jump in and discover how these 3 amazing cheeses can help you stay strong, active, and wonderfully independent. We're going to start with the undisputed champion of aged cheeses, a true work of art that is worth every single penny: Parmesan, and specifically, the real deal, authentic Parmigiano Reggiano. You likely know this as the delicious, salty stuff you grate over your pasta. And you're right, it's amazing for that. But I want to encourage you to see it in a new light, as a solid gold bar of concentrated nutrition. This isn't just a topping, it's a powerful ingredient for your health. First, the protein content is simply off the charts. A small 1-ounce chunk of Parmesan, about the size of your thumb, is loaded with an incredible 10 to 11 grams of world-class protein. That's more protein per ounce than a steak. For those of us whose appetites might not be as big as they once were, this is a massive advantage. You get a huge nutritional punch from just a few savory bites. But the true magic is in its long, slow journey of aging. Real Parmigiano Reggiano isn't just made, it's crafted. It's aged for at least a year and often for 2, 3, or even more. It's not factory food. It's an artisanal health food passed down through generations in a specific part of Italy. During this time, natural enzymes are hard at work, transforming the cheese. They act like tiny little chefs, breaking down the complex nutrients into forms your body can easily use. The long, complex protein chains are snipped into tiny, easier-to-digest pieces. The fats are broken down. This means the cheese arrives in your system essentially pre-digested, which is fantastic news for a digestive system that might be a little more sensitive these days. And have you ever noticed those tiny, crunchy specks in a really good piece of aged Parmesan? That's not salt. Those are called tyrosine crystals, little clusters of amino acids. They're a visible sign that the protein has been perfectly broken down, and it's a hallmark of a truly high-quality cheese. This aging process also does something else amazing. It gets rid of virtually all the lactose. So, even if milk and other fresh cheeses give you trouble, there's an excellent chance you can enjoy real Parmesan without any issues at all. And let's talk about the flavor. The long aging process develops a deep, savory, mouth-watering flavor called umami. It's that rich, satisfying fifth taste you get from things like mushrooms or a slow-cooked broth. This is so important because as we get older, our sense of taste can sometimes diminish. The intense, natural flavor of Parmesan can make all your food more enjoyable, which encourages you to eat well. It's so flavorful, it can even reduce the need to add extra salt to your meals. I know the real Italian stuff is more expensive, but think of it this way. You need so little to get a huge impact. So always buy the wedge. That pre-grated powder and it just can't compare. It often contains fillers to stop it from clumping and has lost most of its amazing flavor and health benefits. Here are a few wonderful ways to use it. Try making Parmesan crisps. Just make small, flat piles of grated Parmesan on a baking sheet and bake at 400 degrees F, 200 degrees C, for about 5-7 minutes. They become crunchy, savory, high-protein crackers. They're amazing on their own or crumbled over a salad. For a simple but elegant snack, try a small piece of Parmesan with a slice of fresh pear or a drizzle of good balsamic vinegar. The combination is out of this world. And a crucial tip on storage: wrap your wedge in wax paper or parchment paper, not plastic wrap. This lets the cheese breathe and keeps it fresh. And please never throw away the rind. That hard end piece is pure flavor. Drop it into your next pot of soup, stew, or tomato sauce. Let it simmer away and infuse everything with its rich taste. Just fish it out before serving. It's the secret to making good soup great. Right, our next cheese is a familiar face, but it's time for a major reintroduction. Let's talk about the humble hero, cottage cheese. I can practically hear some of you sighing. Cottage cheese definitely has a reputation from the diet fads of the past, often seen as bland and boring. But I am asking you today to forget all of that, because from a purely scientific, muscle-building standpoint, cottage cheese is an absolute rock star. Get ready for this. A single half cup of low-fat cottage cheese provides a massive 14 grams of high-quality protein for only about 80 calories. That is just incredible efficiency. About 70% of its calories are pure, unadulterated protein. But the real secret sauce here is a specific amino acid called leucine. If you learn one new word today, make it leucine. Here's the best way to think about it. Imagine your muscle is a construction site. Protein is the big pile of bricks sitting on the side. But all the workers are on their coffee break. The bricks aren't going anywhere. Leucine is the foreman who blows the whistle and yells, "All right, everyone, breaks over. Back to work." Leucine is what activates your muscle cells and puts all that protein to work rebuilding and repairing. Without the foreman, the bricks just sit there. As we get older, we need a louder whistle to get the workers' attention. Cottage cheese provides that loud whistle. The main type of protein in cottage cheese is casein. This is what's known as a slow-release protein. It doesn't flood your system all at once. Instead, it breaks down slowly and steadily over 6 to 8 hours. It's like a slow-drip irrigation system for your muscles, feeding them a constant, gentle stream of nutrients. This makes it fantastic for keeping your muscles fueled, especially overnight while you sleep, which is a time when muscle breakdown can happen. Now, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the texture. It's the #1 reason people say they don't like cottage cheese. If that's you, I have a magic trick for you: blend it. I am not kidding. Put a half cup of cottage cheese in a blender with a handful of frozen fruit like mangoes or a banana and a splash of milk. It whips up into a thick, smooth, creamy shake that is absolutely delicious. You get all the protein power with zero curds. You can also blend it with garlic, lemon juice, and herbs to make a fantastic, healthy dip for carrots and cucumbers. Some people also worry about the salt, and that's a valid point. Some brands can be quite high in sodium, but the great news is that grocery stores are full of low-sodium or no-salt-added options these days. Just take an extra second to read the label. The health benefits are so immense. It's well worth finding a brand that you love. Think of it as a healthy swap for sour cream on a baked potato or for mayonnaise in a chicken salad. A spoonful stirred into scrambled eggs at the end of cooking makes them incredibly creamy. Aim for a half-cup serving a day. It's one of the cheapest, easiest, and most powerful things you can do for your strength. Before we get to our third and final cheese, I would love to know, what's your favorite cheese? We've talked about a couple of powerhouse options, but the world of cheese is huge and wonderful. Are you a fan of a sharp cheddar, a creamy brie, a tangy goat cheese? Let me know down in the comments section below. I read every single one, and I love hearing from all of you in this incredible community. And hey, while you're typing, if you're finding this helpful, would you do me a huge favor and tap that like button? And if you think a friend or family member needs to hear this message, please share it with them. It helps our channel more than you know. Thank you. Okay, let's meet our final cheese champion. Our third muscle-building hero is luscious, versatile, and has a very special superpower. Let's talk about the wonderfully creamy ricotta cheese. Ricotta is just a joy to eat. It's traditionally made from whey, the watery liquid left over from making other cheeses. What began as a frugal way to use every last bit of milk turned out to be a nutritional goldmine. Here's why. Ricotta is rich in whey protein, and if the casein in cottage cheese is the slow and steady marathon runner, whey protein is the explosive sprinter. It is the fastest absorbing protein you can put in your body. So, why does that speed matter so much? Imagine you've just come inside after an afternoon of gardening or after a brisk walk with a friend. Your muscles have done some work. They're warmed up and are sending out signals for repair materials. Whey protein is the express delivery service that gets those materials to your muscles right away, often within an hour. It's like sending the repair crew to a damaged building the moment the call for help goes out. This makes ricotta the perfect post-activity food. It floods your muscles with easy-to-use building blocks right when they are most receptive. This isn't just for after formal exercise either. It's also incredible when your body is recovering from an illness like the flu. When your appetite is low and your body feels weak, a few spoonfuls of gentle, soothing ricotta can provide the critical, easy-to-digest nutrients your body needs to start rebuilding. And can we just talk about the texture? It's pure luxury. It's smooth, rich, and creamy. For anyone who struggles with dental problems or has a sensitive mouth, ricotta is a true gift. It gives you incredible nutrition without requiring any tough chewing. It's nourishing, and it's comforting. When you're at the store, I highly recommend you choose the whole milk ricotta. The fat isn't something to fear. It provides a richer flavor, helps you feel full and satisfied, and is essential for your body to absorb important vitamins like A and D. Ricotta is wonderfully versatile. For a simple and surprisingly elegant lunch, take a whole wheat wrap, spread a generous layer of ricotta, add a handful of fresh spinach and some slices of turkey. Roll it up, and you have a delicious, high-protein meal in 2 minutes. For a lovely dessert, layer ricotta in a pretty glass with some fresh berries and a crumbled cookie. It looks and tastes decadent but is packed with goodness. Ricotta is your go-to for a quick, effective, and delicious muscle repair boost. Okay, so we know the what. Now for the most important part, the how. This is where knowledge turns into real-world results. The single biggest change you can make, starting tomorrow, is to make protein a priority at breakfast. Most of us grew up eating a quick, carb-heavy breakfast and saving our biggest meal for dinner. For muscle health after 60, we need to flip that around. Your body is waking up after a long fast, and your muscles are literally hungry for protein to stop the breakdown process and start the rebuilding process. A great goal is to aim for 25 to 35 grams of protein at each meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Spreading it out like this gives your body a steady supply of building materials all day long. It's so much more effective than one giant protein meal at night. And you have to pair this with movement. Don't let the word exercise scare you. We're talking about life resistance. When you choose the stairs over the escalator, you're doing a rep. When you carry the laundry basket up the stairs, that's a set. When you carry all the grocery bags in one trip, you're doing a farmer's walk. Start seeing these everyday moments as opportunities to gently challenge your muscles. This sends the signal, hey, I need you to be strong. Then, when you eat these amazing cheeses, your body knows exactly where to send that protein. And remember to listen to your body. You are the world's leading expert on you. If a full cup of cottage cheese feels like too much, start with half a cup. If you notice you have more energy in the afternoon after having a ricotta wrap for lunch, that's your body giving you a thumbs up. This is your journey, so adjust as you go. Of course, being smart about our health means being aware of our unique needs. If milk bothers your tummy, real aged Parmesan will likely be your best friend. With cottage cheese and ricotta, just start small and see how you feel. If you watch your salt, ricotta is naturally low in salt. For cottage cheese, just make it a habit to grab the low-sodium tub. With flavorful Parmesan, you only need a little bit, which helps keep your salt intake down. If you have kidney issues, this is the most important point. Your kidneys are responsible for processing protein. If you have any known kidney health concerns, you must have a chat with your doctor before you decide to significantly increase the protein in your diet. Okay, let's boil this all down to a super simple plan you can literally start tomorrow. No more someday. Step 1. Your new shopping list. On your next trip to the store, make a beeline for the dairy aisle and grab these 3 things. A wedge of real Parmigiano Reggiano, a container of low-sodium cottage cheese, and a tub of whole milk ricotta. Step 2. Your breakfast mission. Tomorrow morning, your mission is to have cottage cheese for breakfast. Mix it with fruit, blend it in a smoothie, just make it happen. Step 3. Your lunch upgrade. Grate some of that beautiful Parmesan over whatever you're eating for lunch. A salad, a soup, leftover chicken, it makes everything taste better and work harder for you. Step 4. Your afternoon reward. After you do some movement tomorrow, a walk, some gardening, anything, have a few spoonfuls of ricotta. Think of it as a delicious thank you gift to your muscles. Step 5. The 90-day promise. Give this a real, honest try for 90 days. Lasting change doesn't happen in a weekend. It's built on small, consistent actions. Put a note on your calendar. After 3 months of feeding your body this way, check in with yourself. I am willing to bet you will feel a real, tangible difference. You'll feel stronger. You'll feel more capable. The idea that growing older means we have to grow weaker is an old, tired story. And it's a story that you have the power to rewrite starting today. You can write a new chapter, a chapter about strength, about energy, about feeling confident and joyful in the body you have. These 3 cheeses are not just food. They are delicious, enjoyable, powerful tools. They are your allies in living the active, independent life you deserve. The science is on your side. The plan is simple, and the potential for you to feel better is absolutely real. The only thing left to do is to begin. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today here at Elderly Health. We are cheering for you every single step of the way. Here's to your strength, your health, and your amazing future. Now go on and enjoy some wonderful cheese. You've more than earned it.